If you find yourself really attracted to a Taurus man, do you know what he likes to hear from a potential lady love? I have a few things you may find useful in your pursuit of this steady and sexy sign. So, what does a Taurus man like to hear? Number 1. Give him lots of compliments. Just like most people, Taurus men can appreciate being complimented. If he does a good job at fixing something, tell him. If he looks really attractive the day you see him, let him know. The more he knows you are attracted to him and appreciate him for who he is, the more he may be interested in you. So even if you're not dating him yet, tell him that his shirt looks great on him. He may blush and seem a bit shy after you tell him that. He secretly loves the attention and is appreciative of your forwardness. Even saying something as simple as, "Hey, I like your car," will get his attention. Anything you can do to make him feel good will typically go over very well with the Taurus man. Number 2. Tell him what your goals are. A Taurus man will actually prefer for you to have some goals and passions in your life. Even though he may seem possessive at times, he will also at times want to have time to himself. He will want the best of both worlds, which sometimes is impossible. However, finding balance by pursuing what you truly love will inspire him to do the same if he isn't already. Tell him what your dreams and goals are. He will want to see what he can do to help you in whatever way he can. He wants to be a rock for you so that you don't have to worry about failure or not having security. Some websites paint Taurus to be some controlling guy that wants you to stay at home all the time and not have a life. In my own experience, they're not quite that drastic. Honestly, they'd love for you to enjoy your life. They want you to have whatever it is that makes you happy, and if they can help give it to you, that makes them that much more content with themselves. They want to be your man. Number 3. Intelligent discussions. I cannot stress this enough. Taurus men love to talk about things that excite them and make them feel alive. This could be a huge variety of things as they are all different. Find out what makes him tick by listening to him talk to his friends or coworkers. You'll easily find out topics of conversations to have with him. If you don't know anything about what he likes, do the research. If you are really into finding out who this guy is and if he's someone you want to settle down with, by all means, get engaged in great intellectual conversation. He wants a smart woman who can keep up. This is the kind of man that will spend hours doing research on whatever it is he's into rather than sit in front of the television. His brain sometimes sees things like television as a distraction or brain mush. He's also the kind of man that will go spend time at the local bookstore to see if there is anything new he hasn't read yet. He's a brainy guy. Number 4. Yes, let's go. Sometimes Taurus men are very random. They may suddenly go from research mode to, let's go out and do something. Many of the Taurus men are nature-oriented and want to do things outside. If you like to get out and about doing things such as hiking, walking, or simply exploring the outdoors, you may very well have this man's attention. He wants to hear you say yes to him when he suggests doing things. Not to say you have to always say yes when you don't really want to. However, if you want to keep your Taurus happy or capture his attention, you'll have to bend a bit and go with the flow. Number 5. You love nature. As I mentioned, many Taurus men are lovers of nature. They also love the critters in nature. He will likely be more drawn to a woman who loves animals than to a woman who doesn't. He likely has pets of his own or likes to go out to where he can enjoy animals in their natural habitat. If you do not love animals, then he may not be a good match for you. If you do love animals, this guy is amazing. Ask him one day, do you want to go check out the new pet store down the way? He will be like a kid in a candy store. He's always up for a trip like this. He'd also love to go to the zoo or somewhere he can look at nature in action. Suggest a safari or some kind of area where he can interact with animals. Don't be surprised if this man has aquariums or perhaps a thing for reptiles and/or snakes. As far as cats or dogs, each Taurus is different in preference. Number 6. I'd love to cook for you. Almost every Taurus man I've ever known will never turn down a home-cooked meal. They love fancy foods in restaurants, but they'd prefer an intimate meal made just for them with care. If you aren't much of a cook, You may try to cultivate some ability by testing out some recipes. Taurus men love food, and it is no lie when I tell you that this is one of the fastest ways to his heart. This is what he will think about when he decides whether or not he will commit to you. He wants that woman that can not only be successful at what she does but also be good at cooking and keeping him well fed. He probably isn't too picky about types of food you cook either, just as long as you do it and make it taste good. Taurus men are so fascinating, aren't they? Take a look at my free love compatibility quiz about your Taurus man in the description below. If you like this video and find it helpful, please give it a like and also make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, so you get notified whenever I post new content, and follow me on Instagram for daily relationship tips. If you